So how was that for win number one of the Zach Wilson era, Jets fans? Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. 27-24 victory at home against the Titans in overtime. Glenn Naughton, JetNation Radio, and JetNation.com. Be sure to log into JetNation.com and speak up on our forums, the most active Jets message board on the web. So, three big stories today in the Jets win. One, Zach Wilson. Two, the defensive line. And three, that secondary. Wilson ends up having himself a really nice day. Not perfect, but a nice day. 21 out of 34, 297, two touchdowns and a pick. As I'm sure you saw, the pick not on Wilson, Corey Davis, who had a drop early, then fell on an in route and allowing the DB to jump the route and pick the ball off. So not on Wilson there, and I'm sure Davis will tell you as much. Wilson made some big throws, hit Keelan Cole deep down the sideline, hit Davis later in the game for a deep touchdown. Made some tight window throws, that stuff we saw in college that people told us wouldn't work in the NFL. We saw a little bit of that. We saw some improvisation, which is, another one of the keys that we saw from him at BYU. So a lot of the things you saw from him in college, we saw from him today when he had a little bit more time to operate, and even when the time wasn't there, he made some plays. We saw some checkdowns, which were nice because you don't want him to live that way, but you want him to understand that that can be useful. So a nice day for him. The defensive line, monstrous. The front seven, really, monstrous. They were the one hole, and this is what you're going to get when you play a super aggressive style of defense. The Jets got eaten up on the screen game. Tannehill throws for 298, but really damn near 100 of that was on dump-offs or screen passes that just exploited the Jets being over-aggressive. But really, that's a product of being that aggressive on defense. All in all, up front, the Jets were fantastic. Quinnen and Quincy Williams, the two brothers, combined for 19 tackles, 3 for loss, 3 sacks, a pass breakup. So really a nice job by those two. And the group as a whole. We saw a sack and a half for Bryce Huff. Bryce Hall had a half a sack on a blitz. JFM had himself a sack. Really just great work up front from this defensive line, and the linebackers got in on the act. Wilson's the top story in my mind. The D-line is second, but right behind that is this young secondary continues to play well. I get that the Titans are beaten up at wide receiver right now, so the Jets catch a break there. But let's not forget, 1 month ago, not just me, we were all asking, is this secondary going to be any good? They will be the Achilles heel on this defense, because you don't expect Bryce Hall, who played 8 games last year, and really the expectations for him were high. But you don't think Bryce Hall is going to pair with Brandon Eccles, a 6th rounder, Javelin Guidry, an undrafted free agent coming into year 2, Michael Carter, another late round pick. You don't think all these late rounders and undrafted rookies are going to come in from day one and play well, but they've done exactly that. They've done a really nice job. And like I said, I get that the Titans are beaten up a little bit right now, or a lot even. But this is game 4 now of them playing really good football, holding other teams' receivers in check. And you just hope they build on this going, as the season goes forward. Isaiah Dunn had a pass breakup today. He got on the field and got challenged. And really, nobody saw that coming, because as much as we talked about Isaiah Dunn in the preseason or the offseason after he was signed, he was not good at all in preseason action. So he got some live action in the regular season today, made himself a play. So really, all across the board, we saw the Jets making plays. The one thing that really hurt the Jets, as I said, was their inability to defend the screen pass. If they'd slowed that down, they would have won this game running away. But you have to be excited with the way Zach Wilson played, kept his composure, had a big throw late in the game where the snap, it happened so quick. I don't know if Wilson wasn't expecting the snap or if the snap caught the ground on the way back, but it basically got rolled back to him. Kept cool, picked it up, rolled out, made an accurate throw. Believe he hit Crowder on that one. Fantastic job. The poise was huge. You want to see that from a young kid. Speaking of Crowder, nice day for the receivers. Corey Davis, 4 catches for 111 and a score. Keelan Cole, 3 for 92. His first big day as a Jet. And Jamison Crowder, who I mentioned, 7 for 61 and a score. So really, some really key things happened today. And those were, we saw some of the things from Wilson that we wondered whether or not he'd be able to do in the pros. And the defensive line played as well as we'd hoped this offseason, when we said a million times over if this D-line, if and when they play to their full potential, this team at the very worst will be in games where they'll have a shot to pull it off, as they did today. When this D-line shows up, nobody's running away no one's running away from them on offense. No one's gonna, again, even with the Titans putting up 24 today, defending the screen game is something they've got to clean up. Tough to do when you're as aggressive as the Jets are on defense. I get it, but really, even Derrick Henry, 33 for 157 is a big day. But they kept him quiet for most of the day. But as Derrick Henry does, because he's Derrick Henry, he just bludgeons you. And then in the late third, early fourth quarter, then he gets his back and he beats you up and gets some of his yards. But again, he's done far worse to other teams. But give ton of credit to Ryan Tannehill. He was under duress all day, pressured 19 times, still completed 30 out of 49. Again, sacked 8 times. So on defense, the Jets' inability to stop the screen stood out as a huge negative, and their inability to run the ball as well. Michael Carter, 13 for 38. That's just not going to get it done. But congrats to him for his first touchdown as a pro. Tevin Coleman had the big play on 4th and 1 where he jumped over the pile. So, nice job for him. He's a guy who hasn't really done a lot this season, and expectations aren't really there. Ty Johnson didn't do a whole lot, but he did have a big conversion on a reception. 2 passes thrown his way, caught them both, which is kind of nice coming off of last week when he had some drops. So that does it for us this week. Quick recap. Again, the key, biggest, most important takeaways. Zach Wilson looked like the guy we hoped he would be, largely because the offensive line held up. Defensive line was as good as we'd hoped they would be. And the secondary continues to far exceed our expectations. So while we're killing Joe Douglas for putting together an offensive line that hasn't performed as much as we'd like it to, let's give him a little credit for putting together a secondary that's playing at a level that nobody expected. That's it for us this week, Jets fans. Hopefully talking about another win next week when the Jets come out here to London. Look forward to being there. Look forward to talking to you afterwards. Take care, Jets fans.